and to waste of resources. If you waste energy, you are going to waste resources. If you are not conserving your energy to do the right thing, you are going to lose a lot of things that are there by God for you to enjoy in life. Jesus, our master builder, foundation of the church, always teach us to guide against waste. He is the Lord of our life, and is an exemplary leader in the area of guiding against waste. Even the miracle means Jesus at the time wanted to feed people, and he fed 3,000 people. Bible says, and I need 5,000. Well, after the 5,000 are eaten, he said, and he told the disciples, gather the remnants, the leftover, gather it, so that nothing is lost. That's John chapter 6. John chapter 6, to John chapter 6, verse 12 to 13. John 6, 12 to 13. When they had all eaten, yes, after the remnants, yes, let nothing be wasted. And when they gathered the remnants, the leftover, and they brought the leftover together, it filled 12 baskets. Let's assume they did not gather it, they will have wasted 12 baskets of food. He's a master builder. He always wants us. He always gives us pictures of the way we have to live our life. In the area of wasting of information, that's Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 24 to 26. Waste of information and resources, Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 24 to 26. And waste of energy, Isaiah chapter 23, verse 14. You can read that, please, after the service. Or by the time you are listening to read, Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 24 to 26. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 24 to 26. And it says, we have heard of the fame thereof, and our hearts were feeble, and grief has taken hold of us, and pain as a woman in travail. Go not forth into the field, nor walk by the way, for the sword of the enemy, and fear on every side. He said, do not walk up, because we have heard. We can continue to read those places. The prodigal son will have enjoyed his life, continue to enjoy it, if he has understood that life is not to us as a gift, but we are to the world as a gift. You are a gift to the world. The world is not a gift to you, but you are a gift to the world. But the prodigal son could not understand that. That's why he is interested in what people will give him. He's not interested in what people will give him, because he is not seeing himself. He is not seeing his life as a seed. He's seeing the world as a gift. He's not seeing the life. His life as a gift to the world. That's why he's not engaging this law as expected. Praise the Lord. There are both internal and external forces that attract waste in life. Most of the time, a reasonable person will not want to waste anything. But there are laws, there are things that open us up to waste. There are things that are opening our eyes. That are opening us up to waste. That's why I want to look at those things that open us our eyes to waste. We see spiritual blindness. Ignorance of the essence of what you have. When you don't know what you have, you are ignorant of what you have, you cannot engage what you have. To truly engage what you have, you must understand, to truly engage it, you must understand and know what you have, the essence of what you have. The important that is attached to what you have. If you fail to understand that, you cannot guide against waste. That's why I call it spiritual blindness. If your sight, you have spiritual, short-sightedness. They call it in biology. When I was in institution, in secondary school. Short-sightedness and long-sightedness. When your vision is short, you cannot guide against waste. Because even when it is a miracle coming to you, things okay, the same power, the same grace that bring miracle today can still bring tomorrow. Let me finish this, because miracle is still coming tomorrow. Am I saying God is not a miracle worker? He is. But he is not interested in waste. Because when we subscribe to waste, famine family is not far away from us. Family is not far away. And we have this inferiority complex. You believe other people are better than you do. When you are surrounded with inferiority complex, you will not but experience waste in life. The little life you have, you must always be submissive and be committed to let it shine. And shine. And shine in life. If you do not see the significance of the little life you have, you cannot guide against waste in life. Because there is no time you will never see all things in people that are better than what you have. But you will not feel inferior. Appreciate what you have. And be committed to prayer. And be diligent in your work. Pray to God to bless you so that you can have other things. But if you are feeling inferior, you will lose that which you have. You will lose that which you have. The reason why you see so many people in our society having, marital problem, it is associated to the law of inferiority complex. They believe they are not beautiful, and they see other people better than they are. They allow themselves, they open their doors unto the enemies to be used. And at the end of the day, they have problems. A lot of problems. You must guide against inferiority complex if you are to succeed and you are to enjoy your life. You are to be free in life from enslavement. Those are eternal problems. We have eternal problems, eternal forces that always open doors to waste. We have, number one, greed. The spirit of, that is always asking for more. You give him, he asked for 5 things, you give him 3, he said, he's not even using the 3 you gave him. And he said, I need the 2, now. And before you know it, the 3 had already going to lose it. Somebody that needs 5 things, need 3 things, you'll be given 2. Why can't you just concentrate on the 2 you see and use the 2 profitably? But instead of using the 2, they will take their attention away from the 2 they have. They will be looking for the 1 they've not got. 1 they've not seen. I saw somebody some time ago. He called home that he need 10,000. They said 7. He said, who are you sending 7,000 to? You can't send the 10,000. Take your money. I look at it. This thing will kill you. The 7 you'll be able to get right now to just appreciate and pray for them. Appreciate and pray for the people the hands that supply it. And appreciate them. Appreciate God has given them the opportunity to supply the 3. The 7. And as you appreciate God with what you have, the other ones will come along. Then if you are greedy in life, you cannot avoid waste. Because what you don't really need in life, you desire it. And the real thing you need, you will not even want to go for it. Because you will always see what you need in others. And if you can't get it, you steal. The reason why there are so many people stealing in our world is greed. Greed. Somebody gather money and they go and bury it in what they call it, sock away. Greed. They take more than they can chew. That's why they die before their time. They die because of the fear of what they have. Because if anything strikes, somebody really is sick. And they took him to hospital. He swallowed the key of his wardrobe. Another person is sick. And they took him to hospital. They needed 5,000. The ATM is in his purse and is in his pocket. He couldn't reveal the ATM to the wife. He couldn't tell the wife the key of the ATM. The 4-digit numbers. He said, "Go and call me, Lavaja. Somebody outside." And he please bring your hair. Number 2, 3, 4 is the number. Please go and help me. Before the person gets to the hospital, gets to the bank. If you die for God, for yourself. Greed. 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 They want to have it. They want to give it to themselves. And somebody was telling me, said, it's okay, let's assume when he sick, something just happened to him, he couldn't speak again. He couldn't speak aright. That will be the end. Greed. Insatiable spirit. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 27. That's why you see some of these people, they have 3, 4, 5 bands. Their wife is not even aware of it. By the time they die, they lost almost 8 out of the 10 bags, out of the 10 accounts. Some lost, they will lose 6 because the wife will not even know the assets. You must guide against greed. Proverbs 15, verse 27. Yes, yes. The greed. Verse 27. The greed. He that is greedy of gain trouble his own house. But he that hateth his shall live. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house. He is given invitation letter to waste. That's one of the external force. External forces. Number 2, we see prayer. Our world is so, things are programmed in our world that we are made to live in prayer all our time. All of the time. And as a matter of fact, you are not to live your life under prayer. If you are living in prayer, you cannot enjoy your life. The best of you cannot come out. For the best to come out, you must guide against prayer in life. And we see one of the external forces is called ignorance. Ignorance. If you are ignorant of life, if you are ignorant of your faith, you are giving invitations to waste. Because you will not know how to engage the things you really need in life. You will not know how to reach out to the things you really need in life. For us to enjoy the best, we must guide against ignorance. That's why you have opportunities to hear all these things. For the past 2 months now, we have been considering this topic so that you can be saturated with the knowledge on how to free yourself and to enjoy freedom in life. If you're ignorant, the reason why so many people up today, they are still living in sin. It's because they are ignorant of the killing disease inside of sin. They see sin as enjoyment. Others are seeing it as a somebody can see some. Few are seeing it. Some are seeing it as enjoyment. There is nothing like enjoyment in sin. Somebody said, anytime you fall, anytime you fall in life, you always lose a fashion. When you go down, you fall. Something is dropped out of you, and you take other things that you don't even really need. Things, because the more you fall, the more your heart is adding to the things of God. The more your spiritual eyes is corrupted. It's not about the sin you've done, the sin you've committed, but it's all about the corruption that is connected to your mind. Your mind will be corrupted. You won't be able to see. One of the things we enjoy when we stand live is clarity of the picture of our life. Standing right, you overcome the fear of tomorrow. You are not afraid of tomorrow. You overcome fear. You overcome some of the external forces that bring about delusions to people. Apart from the fact that it's a sin against God, sin is against God. It is also against your future. It's against your destiny. It's against your purpose in life. We must understand that. And number 4, we are going to round it up. I'm going to write the point up there. The external forces that bring about waste in life is the force of laziness. Last week we talked about the law of work. The opposite of work is laziness. If you are not committed to work, you are afraid to. You are afraid to waste. You will not. You cannot afford the regret of failure, of waste rather. We must guide against, laziness. Because it's an invitation to waste in life. There is no mortal man that does not have something God created him with. But if you are ignorant of it, you know it, but you are not working along with it, you are creating problems for yourselves. If you are lazy, you are not diligent to fully fulfill purpose in that area, you cannot amount to much in life. Number 4, Number 5, there is okay, let me just shift in this. In our world, men are taught to think. We are not taught to say. From childhood, we always go for things we don't really need. When you go for things you don't really need, you are going to be a waster. You are going to waste. Waster of time, a waster of energy, a waster of resources. We always go for things we don't really need. We don't have problem with our needs. If there's anything you will ever need in life, God has always promised to always supply our needs. God doesn't supply your wants, He only meets your needs. But the problem we have in life is that we go for what we don't really need and let go of what we really need in life. For you to enjoy freedom in life, try to differentiate between needs in your life and wants in your life. God will not meet your wants, He only meets your needs. Promising to meet our needs. What they call it, Proverbs chapter 22. Before reading Proverbs chapter 22, we see that in the book of Philippians chapter 4, verse 19. Philippians 4:19. Until something becomes a need in your life, God is not committed to meeting it. Until something becomes a need in your life, God is not committed meeting it. God only meets your needs and will be committed to meeting your needs in life. Let us understand that. From childhood, we are taught. Please understand what I mean. Hear what I want to say. We are taught to live on credit. Because we cannot differentiate between our wants and our needs. We now live on credit. When you need, you think you need something and it's not coming forth, you go and borrow to secure it. So many people in this church now, they borrow credit from MTN. I have never. And I would never. It is not prayer. It's principle. It's okay. There are some people here that have at least maybe 5-4 sins. Let me tell you. If these days now you may say it's okay. Your pastor is our pastor. At least we do send credit to him. How many people have I bombarded here to send credit to me? How many people have ever called to send credit? When they brought the issue of borrowing to Paul, I was also one of you. Then I did not have card. Most of the time I want credit card. But I decide that I will never. Because when I don't, it's fully I need it. God is going to provide money to buy it. Some of you have 5 SIMs. Those 5 SIMs, you borrow on this. And when you've not got the money, you borrow on another one. When you borrow on the top. And with time you think it's okay, I'm going to do the MTN. This one, I will no longer use it. The other one, I will no longer use it. You start using one. You are cheating yourself. Because when you are practicing something, it becomes part of you. That's why you see some people, when they're out of school, they borrow, when they are working, they borrow to buy clothes. What for? I asked you sometimes ago, have you ever seen me come here? Are you coming to this one because your pastor is wearing wonderful suit? It is not that is bringing you. It is my commitment to spiritual things, to things that matter in life. This shoe you see on me, maybe once or twice, I've never polished it. I don't have the time to polish. I conserve my energy to do the right thing. It's not because my shoe is nice, that's why you are coming here. Some of you are wearing better shoes than I do. But you know, most of the time, we concentrate on things that are not necessary in life. Who are you using credit to, borrow credit to call? Your parents? I don't think so. One of my stopper called me recently, she called me, and the thing just went up. He said, and I was trying to call back. He said, Daddy, please, I'll call you back. Call back. I said, why? Why is it cutting? He said that my credit is finished and I want to borrow. Borrow? If you will not take this call, please, if you borrow card, don't call me. This is a principle. When you are living on credit and you don't have money, you want to be borrowing to pay later. Who are you calling? This is a way of life. Just put yourself to live. This is the way I want to live my life. If I borrow money to buy suit, I'll be looking for means of getting money to pay back. And I'm not ordained in ministry to look for money to pay things, but to serve people. And as I serve them, they pay. The Lord pays me back. By that we have a lot of work in the journey of life. We have a lot of work. You say nobody sending money to you. They will send it if you rightly position yourself. Because some people, some of us, God is not even trusting you. Cannot trust you. That's why it's not releasing into your life. Not when they give you the money you use for yourself. Even to pay tax will be a problem. That's why you pray till tomorrow. The money is not coming. If God can trust you to be ever ready to release into your life, can trust you. As I give you this thing, you are going to do the right thing with it. God doesn't have problem. Give release it. I heard the story of $10. The phone of $10 is using. Sometimes they go to interview him. He used because that's not the most important thing. Some of you now, you have this type of phone. Some have been praying, God, bring money, bring money. Why are they praying for money? By the time the money comes, they will use it to buy better ones. There is no time in life you not see better things. Just decide. Live your life for what you really need. Don't go for things you don't really need. If it is needs, God is committed to make it. The key that leads to poverty in life, that leads to lack, that leads to stagnation, that leads to failure, that leads to statute, that leads to famine, is mostly traceable to waste. Some of you now, by the time you come next semester, it happens this semester. When you are coming in January, some, when they want to eat a meal, at least three eggs must be there. It's not waste. Because only one is good for you at a time. Some want to visit Mr. Biggs. I've never been there in my life. Ron wants to visit Prosopino. I've never been there in my life. And I will never. Hello, listen. There is no type of fish, no type of chicken I want to eat in my life. In my life that my wife cannot cook. There is no one. Why do I have wife? If she cannot cook it, let it be. I don't need it. Because the money you spend buying a chicken is good for other things in life. Because although we are receiving most, but instead of conserving and saving most, we are losing all. I was reading something. Someone of my daughter sent it to me yesterday. He said, Daddy, he said, by the time you become 15 years of old, you must have a sound account, a very stable account. That is, it is not expected that every money enters into your mind, your heart, you spend. These are key to life. If you want to live your life experiencing problem, having difficulties all the time, some of you are receiving 19,000. Some of our people that are going for service, they are receiving 19,000, and they say, what can you do with 19,000? What can I do with 19,000? And that 19,000, people will be saving 5,000 every month. They pay their tithe, maybe 2,000 or so, or thereabout, and 5,000 is going to saving account. By the time you save that for 12 months, that's 60,000. At least with 60,000, you can start something worthwhile in life. This is some of the law that people in the world engages, but very few engage it. For you to create freedom, subscribe to these things. Quickly, because of our time, what we are going to waste. There are 4 laws we must subscribe to. Please do not play with these things. There will be new things will be saved. They are on YouTube. Go through. Listen to all these things again. Don't assume you know it all. So today now they are eating gari, morning gari, afternoon gari. Ask them, how did they live their life when they came to this ground? So they needed only a cup of rice to be satisfied. They cooked 2. Some even I will eat it in the morning, in the afternoon, and the night. I want to conserve. I want to try to save my gas. In the process of saving your gas, you are losing because by the time you eat the rice in the morning, you eat it in the afternoon. The evening will not appeal to you. You go and buy the way. And from there, the love waste. When you are even wasting things, the curse of God is upon you. Wasters are enemies of God. Wasters are enemies of God. So they are still students. They are buying clothes 5,000. A single trouser. Who are you trying to? You are saying, is it not real? So one of you was telling me sometimes ago, the phone is used. He said 70,000. 70. The Lord help us. Way out of waste. One, you must subscribe to the law of wisdom. Wisdom is applicable in all things. And what is wisdom? Wisdom is the ability to reason your way right. Wisdom is the ability to reason your way right. It is the ability to reason your way. If you claim to have wisdom and you are not reasoning your way right, you have problem. You are a fool. It is the ability to reason your way right. Know what is good for you and what is not even good for you. I told you, all of you are my children. As a matter of fact, I don't have friends. Instead of greeting people, going to this place, some people, they'll be going on the road. They want to go and buy something. When they check, they get to somewhere. They get to that Igbo hotel. See anyone, I'm afraid they buy, they can tell you. And from there, it's going to make a U-turn and follow the person. And you don't have a direction in life. They just follow you. And from there, they're going to make a U-turn. You are not managing your time well. You are engaging the law of wealth. You are not applying wisdom in life. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Come back and call back your senses. You don't need too many people to really impact the world. Law of planning, Proverbs chapter 8, verse 10 to 12. Law of wisdom, wisdom, we talk about wisdom. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7 to 9. Psalm 104, verse 24. Psalm 104, verse 24 says, Lord, by wisdom thou hast made heaven and the earth. By wisdom you have made heaven and the earth. If you want to be a maker, you must engage the law of wisdom. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 18 to 12. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7 to, Bible says in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7 to 9, it says, wisdom is the principal thing. In all thy getting, get wisdom, though it costs you. You must get understanding, the law of wisdom. Number 2, we have the law of planning. Law of planning. You must succeed planning your life. Subscribe to the law of planning. Plan your life right. And in the area of planning, we see the law, time management and friendship with God. Your commitment to God. Number 3, managing your finance well. Managing it well if you are going to enjoy freedom in life. So, they're supposed to be interested in God things more than they do. But they're interested in other things and they let God be. They allow God to be. Number 3, by planning is okay. Number 2, by planning, you live believing that until something becomes a need in your life, you don't really need it. Like I said, that's the law of planning. Number 3, the law of spiritual commitment. We call it spiritual consistency. Spiritual consistency, law of continuity. The prodigal son lost all when he went away from his father. Throughout the time he was under the cover of the father, he doesn't lose anything. But immediately he went out of the cover of his father. Bible says he lost all, and he became a slave. And when we're talking about father, we have the spiritual father and the physical father. That's Luke chapter 4, verse 19. Number 4, Luke chapter 15, verse 15. Number 4, which is the last one. We see the law of vision. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18. Let's read it together as we round up. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18. Verse 18, it says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the Lord, happy is he. When there is no vision, do you have a vision of a better tomorrow for yourself? What do you want to achieve in life? Because you cannot take from the world more than you are able to release into it. The law of vision. How are you programming your future? What are you I mean, what are you doing? What are the things you are committed to help yourself in the real future? Some are not ready to walk now. They are interested in luck. I want to tell you there is no future with luck. Walk, and you are going to enjoy a better future. The Lord bless us. Let us stand up. Are you blessed? Are you blessed?